Business leaders across Iowa need graduates who can contribute from day one. That's what sets the Iowa State University Ivy College of Business apart. Our students are directly admitted to the college and their major on day one. That gives them immediate access to hands-on learning, career support, and industry connections. The result? Job-ready talent for Iowa companies, communities, and the economy. Explore Ivy today.
From the first switch on to the last transaction, Mediacom Business delivers the internet that keeps your business connected. With speeds up to 1 gig, built-in data security, and Wi-Fi powered by Eero, get the performance your business demands. To learn more, go to MediacomBusiness.com.
The Business Record News Headlines is brought to you by the Ivy College of Business at Iowa State University, where world-class faculty, staff, programs, and facilities come together to deliver business education for a rapidly changing world. At Ivy, students gain more than a degree, they gain real-world experience and the confidence to lead in any industry. Welcome to the Business Record Iowa News Headlines podcast, presented by the Ivy College of Business at Iowa State University and supported by Mediacom Business. This is your essential weekly briefing on local business news from across the state. I'm Business Record President Chris Conetzkey, here with my co-host, Business Record Editor Sarah Diehn. And we're starting with our Business Record Roundup, reviewing the top 3 stories reported by the Business Record Newsroom that you might have missed over the past week. Sarah, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Chris. The Business Record has learned the Lenner Corporation, the nation's second largest home building company, is entering the Des Moines market. The Miami-based company announced through social media it is entering the Des Moines area market with plans to bring move-in ready homes starting around the $300,000 price point. Lenner's Midwest Regional President, Bill Burgess, told the Business Record the company is under contract on multiple locations in the Des Moines area, though he declined to say where. One analyst said Lenner's debut will provide entry-level homes with attractive incentives for buyers, but could be coupled with tougher selling conditions. Local home builders say national companies expanding to the area adds competition and signals they see opportunity in the region. Lenner plans to start construction soon and anticipates homes coming on the market later this summer.
The Des Moines City Council voted last week to approve a preliminary urban renewal development agreement for the redevelopment of a former warehouse located near the East Village and the developing Market District. Ritma Properties has proposed converting the warehouse into high-end apartments. The council's vote came 2 weeks after the proposal was removed from the agenda so the city could evaluate the impact of the new property tax bill on multiple projects underway. Carrie Cruz with the city of Des Moines said the redevelopment was allowed to move forward because it's a historical rehabilitation that doesn't require new city-funded public infrastructure and because it is entirely commercial and not eligible for a tax abatement. The estimated cost of the project is $13.7 million, and under the agreement, the city would provide TIF funding to help cover a financing gap.
Development and construction company Diehn Properties is more than doubling the size of its corporate headquarters in Urbandale to accommodate its growing staff. The family-owned company has grown its staff by 20 people in the last 5 years, and looking 5 years ahead, it expects to add another 20 employees. Dihn's original office is being demolished, and additions totaling 11,000 square feet will be added on the first and second stories. The project is also contributing to the city of Urbandale's efforts to revitalize its downtown district. The expansion will take up to 1 year to complete. You can read all these stories in full and more news at businessrecord.com.
Next up is our statewide headlines with the news you need to know from across Iowa. We bring you the news each week with the help of our sponsors. So before we get to the news, let's hear from our sponsor, Mediacom Business.
Introducing Mediacom Business All-In Internet. 1 gig business-grade internet with advanced Wi-Fi for employees and customers and built-in data security to help protect your network. 1 gig business internet for only $149.99 a month with a 2-year price lock.
Here are this week's statewide headlines with the news you need to know from across the state of Iowa. Up first, the Corridor Business Journal reports Hills Bank and Trust Company has entered into an agreement to purchase a portion of the former ACT campus in Iowa City for $20.7 million. The bank is buying 19 acres of the campus to consolidate operational teams in a single location as several existing facilities have reached capacity from sustained growth. Leaders said the bank's headquarters will remain in Hills. Closing is scheduled for the first quarter of 2027, pending regulatory approvals.
The latest jobs report from Iowa Workforce Development shows businesses in Iowa added 3,400 jobs in April, fueled by gains in the accommodations and food services sector. Since January, the sector has added 2,700 jobs. The construction sector has also seen job growth with 1,200 jobs added so far this year, while retail trade and transportation and utilities shed jobs. Iowa's unemployment rate dropped slightly in April to 3.3%.
Mercy One has named Robert Baxter its next president and CEO following a nationwide search. Baxter succeeds Bob Ritz, who retired in January after nearly 10 years leading the health system. Baxter has more than 30 years of healthcare experience, most recently serving as president of the Toledo market for Ohio's largest healthcare system. His new role takes effect June 22nd.
The Cedar Rapids Gazette reports the Johnson County Board of Supervisors is considering using its bond capacity to support affordable housing projects outside the Iowa City metro area, as it reviews recommendations from a housing needs assessment completed last year. The report details a need for 950 more housing units in the non-metro area, as building has stalled, as well as a need for more diversity in types of housing. The idea is still in preliminary stages, but a proposal calls for an application process where cities apply for low or zero interest loans that go toward infrastructure costs needed to move development projects forward.
The Cedar Rapids Gazette reports the city of Palo is considering regulations around data center developments as the area prepares to house a new Google data center. The city has proposed an ordinance that largely mirrors one adopted in Lynn County earlier this year, with several key differences. One is that the city's ordinance defers more of the Iowa Department of Natural Resources in relation to water use. As drafted, the ordinance states that the DNR's approval of water permits for a data center project would be used alone to decide there is enough water supply to meet all projected water demands. The proposal has passed the city's Planning and Zoning Board and goes to a public hearing next week. The Ivy College of Business at Iowa State University is proud to introduce the Emerging Leader MBA Scholarship, a full ride opportunity designed to develop Iowa's next generation of business leaders. Full ride, full potential. Learn more and apply online at the link in the show description. That's our show for today, but before we go, a couple things for you to take with you through the rest of the week. One thing that's coming up this Friday, May 29th, is the last day to vote in our annual Best of Des Moines poll. Click on the link in the description to make sure you cast your votes for your favorite businesses. Lastly, one fun thing to know, a new floating bar and rooftop restaurant at Saylorville Marina, the Soggy Frog, is now open. It's offering live music, food, and views of the lake for up to 500 guests. Maybe I'll be one of them this weekend. Thanks for joining us today, and thanks to our sponsors, the Ivy College of Business at Iowa State University and MediaCom Business. Each week, you can count on us for a dose of balanced news with the context you need. So if you enjoyed today's show, please like and subscribe. We'll see you back here next Wednesday.